coming to you live from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, here in Gainesville, Florida. Oxford, Mississippi is the location this time. You're talking about Tiger Stadium, seats over 92,000, coming to you live from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Here at the men's SEC basketball tournament on location, coming to you from beautiful Berkeley, California. Welcome back live to Piscataway, New Jersey. We're on the campus of Rutgers University. Coming to you from Times Square. That's right, New York City, home of the NFL Draft. We have a special San Francisco treat for you. It's not just baseball, but for SEC fans in general, you're about to get your own TV network, SEC TV. You know, Arkansas and Texas, they're about to have a fight, and all the guys have big clubs in their hands. The good thing we're talking about golf. That's just Coach Smith being Coach Smith, one of the players said after the press conference, describing the lighthearted way in which he interacted with the media. In this day and age in college baseball, the team with the best pitching always has a chance to win. Very thrilled to have an in-studio guest today by the name of Chris Mortensen, the one and only Chris Mortensen. Jeff Long, happy to have you in our interview session today. You are the 2013 Athletic Director of the Year. How does that sound coming off the tongue? Has there ever been a time after what happened last year that you've been more motivated than right now?
I'm sure there probably has, but I'm the same guy every day.
We'll talk about a hunt for a national championship coming up, but first the hunt for a strong finish for the Diamond Hogs. Arkansas tied for 5th place in the SEC West with just 9 conference games left.
They'll be excited. You got to rely on your training, your fundamentals. The first rep of every first game every year, whether they're experienced or not, it's faster than they expect.
For defensive line coach Charlie Partridge, it all starts with senior Chris Smith. Add tremendous speed to a bulked up 270-pound frame, and you have the most highly touted player on the entire D.
I'll tell these guys here all the time, man. I'm like, it's the best day of your life.
People called him Q, Quentin Caver, one of the most productive linebackers in Razorback history. In 2000, he was a second-round draft pick before playing 6 seasons in the NFL. Maybe his biggest Hog highlight was this interception return for a touchdown over LSU that helped Arkansas get to the Las Vegas Bowl. Fast forward 10 years, and Caver is back, helping coach the defensive line.
That means a great deal, just to come back and give back to the players, given your experience that you had here as a college player, on and off the field.
Caver is now helping coach alongside Bobby Allen, who coached Caver when he played at Arkansas.
Get a chance to get reacquainted with him. Now to see him on a different level, now that he's not, my player, that he's an older man coming back.
Caver came back to finish his degree and start his coaching career. And if anyone can relate to the players, it's Q.
In the locker room with the guys, away trips, plane rides, bus rides to Little Rock.
The younger guys can look at, here's a guy that has gone through what we're going through right now, but has made it and has gone on to the league and has played.
It's good for the team, good for Caver, because not only is it a fresh start, but a promise kept.
When he got drafted, we sat down, we talked about that when you get done playing, that you come back and get your degree. And he promised me that he would. And that's the type of young man he is.
NIT Round 2 action. The Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the Cal Bears. A lot on the line. Can Arkansas advance to Round 3? Can these Razorback seniors live to play another day? Can Arkansas get revenge because Cal beat Arkansas earlier this year? In that game, Bobby Portis, Arkansas's freshman big man, did not play well. Maybe his worst game of the season. That's one key to victory, Bobby Portis. So is there extra motivation for Portis to play well tonight since he had such a stinker in Game 1? The clouds are rolling in over Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, coached by this man, Nick Saban. He's got 4 national championships in his career, 3 here at Alabama, including back-to-back national titles. The Razorback Nation on location, reporting from enemy territory, coming to you from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And it's interesting when you talk about this matchup between #1 Alabama hosting a struggling Arkansas team, that there's still this much fanfare and passion surrounding this game. And it's very interesting that one of Arkansas's key young playmakers is returning home for his first collegiate start. Let's have a look at young Darius Philon. I'm Eric Peters, coming to you live from Gainesville, Florida. We start the show tonight with breaking news, a very scary situation situation to report, as tailgating and aviation do not mix. Earlier today, a small advertising plane that was flying a banner around the stadium had to make an emergency crash landing in a field designated for tailgating. We were able to get some video of this as it happened about a quarter mile directly west of my broadcast position here at the stadium. The details of this is the fact that the engine on the small private plane lost power. The two pilots had to cut the advertising banner to drop the drag, to drop the weight, and make that emergency landing. The good thing about it, nobody on the ground was hurt. It ended up hitting a pickup truck, upending that pickup truck and coming to rest against a chain link fence. Now, the two pilots of this plane were ejected from the plane and taken to an area hospital. A lot of the witnesses were telling me that because there was no power to the prop engine, you're talking about a 4 to 6 seat Cessna type plane, and with no power, it was just gliding in, so the tailgaters had no clue because they couldn't hear it as it silently made its approach for that crash landing. Of course, the best news is that no fatalities, and even the two pilots that were taken to the hospital, their injuries are not life-threatening, which is atypical of a lot of plane crashes, especially around a populated area, because you would obviously expect some injuries there, and none of that happened in this case, with the exception of the two pilots, which are expected to be fine. So, you know, a deep breath, a deep sigh of relief by a lot of the fans here after that incident just west of the stadium here in terms of tailgating and the small plane that had to make the crash landing just outside of the stadium. Now, inside the stadium, as I speak, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the Florida Gators. The Razorbacks do have possession of the football.
And then there's the weather.
There's a chance of rain for Saturday night. What are your thoughts on that?
Rain, rain, rain.
With the high likelihood of rain on Saturday night, the Razorbacks have been working with wet footballs all week in practice. Of course, most believe a torrential rainfall would only help the Razorback running attack. For SEC Football Tonight, I'm Aaron Peters.